I tell people often I'm bilingual. I speak bar, I speak God, and so I knew that I could make this sort of environment be palpable for folks that just couldn't feel comfortable in a traditional church.
Nothing we can do to make God love us more. There's nothing we can do to make God love us less. God doesn't love us because of who we are. God loves us because of who God is. You'd make a great Lutheran. You really
My wife and I were in LA during the earthquake in Northridge and the riots that were going on, and we kind of hit the wall after 10 years and said we're going to head out. But we had a great run in those 10 years. We were at I was a contract writer for Jay Leno, was a house MC at the Improv, worked with everybody I ever wanted to work with, which was fantastic. So I had a great pastor that said, have you ever thought about ministry? Which I said, no, I curse like a sailor, I like brown liquor, I look at girls, I'm the wrong guy. And probably the moment that changed my life was when he said, maybe you're just the right guy. Maybe we need more people that will own their foibles and will admit that they're limping along the same way that the rest of us are and are willing to do it with us. And so we pulled up the tent stakes and moved to Denver about 12 years ago. Went to seminary, graduated about 10 years ago, and started AfterHours Denver. July 1st will be 7 years. To start AfterHours, I mean, the impetus for that, the sort of how we started that idea, was just this idea that there's got to be people like myself that are okay with God, but struggling with organized religion and struggling with the church.
Part of AfterHours gig is to sort of punch holes in traditional given things within the church. Is there 100 in here, Dave? Will you tie it off?
You know, I always say the same thing with communion. I always say, this is a reminder of how much God loves you. And there's a great story. I was in the park one time, and it was awful weather. It was just one of those days nobody wanted to be out there, certainly not the homeless. And to be completely fair, neither did anybody handing out the lunches. It's not all sugar-coated unicorns. You know, it's not. And I remember saying to one of the guys, I said, this is a reminder of how much God loves you. And he didn't even miss a beat. He just said, you guys are a reminder of how much God loves me.
In the Christian tradition, it can get really dicey when you start sitting around the table with people and going, so, Amanda, do you believe in hell? Heather, does heaven exist? And, Steve, so do your actions matter?
If there's such a thing as a legacy, if there's such a thing as, what's the takeaway, what would I want to tell other people, is that be open to how God is going to enter into your life. And for a lot of people, in fact, I would even say most people, making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in a bar and then sitting around talking about God, with a cocktail is probably not their brand of vodka. That's not their thing. That's not the way it's going to work for them. But there's a lot of people that does work for.
Cat, a reminder of how much God loves you.
We do a really intimate thing here at AfterHours, and we've had, there were probably 20 people here tonight, maybe a little more than that, 20, 30. We've done it with as many as 50, but when you bump over 60, the shape changes. I think if we got to that size, we'd probably split and add another night and try to keep this intimacy, because I think there's a connection that happens in this size that that sometimes we can lose when we get into bigger venues? That's a great question. How would I want to be remembered? As somebody that was comfortable merging laughter and compassion together in a way that changed society for a greater good. That wouldn't suck. That would be okay if I could do that.
Yes, your first cocktail is on us.
No way.
Yes, absolutely. I wouldn't kid about that. Key already knows that. Stephanie already knows that. Now, Stephanie may have had two, and then you're up the creek. Then you don't get any. Then you don't get any.